Wow, good morning, YouTube. I'm going to say, welcome to my Woodturning Live. I'm going to say it's today, as you can see, I've got quite a big, hefty piece of oak. There is still a bit of moisture left in this oak, by the way. I've got it down to about 18–19%. It's bouncing around that area, so there is a little bit of moisture in this log. So, but as you can see, I've already rounded it off to the best of my ability with the chainsaw. And but yeah, as I said, I've already got it mounted on the faceplate, so I think it's the most secure way of securing the timber to the lathe. With oak, it's very, very heavy, very, very heavy, and basically, I want to get this mounted up. But before I do, I want to give this a measure. Okay, I want to give this a bit of a measure. So we are working with 10¾ inches, and so that's what 28 centimeters. So, but yeah, I was going to say, if you're new to my woodturning lives, you can say I am a beginner woodturner, and I've been woodturning for approximately 18 months, nearly 2 years. And but yeah, I was going to say today is going to be a bit more of an experiment. And yeah, we're going to be using things like the parting tool. We're going to be using the bowl gouges. We're going to be using the skew. We're going to be using bits of carbide, etc. So, but if that's any kind of content is really useful, or anybody wants to follow along, I can say any support is massively appreciated. So, but yeah, as I can say, there's quite a bit of weight to it. There's quite a bit of weight to this piece. So I want to be very, very careful how I get this speed up, basically, because I don't want the lathe trying to walk away with me. So I'm just going to lock the headstock, so that's going to prevent it spinning. I'm going to get this thing on the lathe. And but yeah, it's I like working with oak. I was going to say I do tend to have quite a lot of it, including the ash and the beech, etc. So, but yeah, I'm going to get this actually locked in place because I don't want this slipping, moving, going absolutely anywhere. So, but yeah, it's a pretty hefty log. So, yeah, we're going to see what we can turn it into. I'm guessing a fruit bowl. We'll see how the wood behaves. We'll see how the wood behaves. It's like I said, oak is one of these types of timbers that takes a bit of beating. It's not as dense as ash. Ash can be very, very, very dense, and but today it's the oak. And as you can see, it's still pretty green. It has been in the shed for a little while it's been trying to dry out as much as it possibly can before coming onto the lathe. So, but if anybody's new to my woodturning lives, I was going to say I've hit over 2,500 subscribers in 4 weeks, which has been absolutely incredible. I was going to say, but if you'd like to follow my journey, I can say any support is massively appreciated. And but yeah, I was going to say this is just a demonstration, okay? I can say I'm not a tutor, I'm not an expert, and on my lives I do make mistakes, and yeah, and we just try to overcome those mistakes as fast as possible, really, and try to learn from them, really. So, but if woodturning is any kind of interest, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe. It is free. But I've already sharpened up my bowl gouge. I'm going to be using 2 today. I've got the 1/2 inch bowl gouge from Crown, and I've also got a 3/8 bowl gouge, also from Crown. Both in the same profile, okay? Both in the same profile. And but yeah, we're going to be using the parting tool in a bit, just to try and add a bit more character, a bit more design to the bowls, etc. And but yeah, it's a journey. It's a journey woodturning, and I really do enjoy it. I was going to say it's to take a log, something like this, which has been left in the woodlands, probably to rot away, to turn it into something decorative, something useful. It's a great skill to have. And say, for those who have joined my live before, I can say know what to expect. But for those who are new to my lives, I was going to say it's yeah, it's one of these things with woodturning. I learn from every piece. Okay, I learn from every single piece that I turn. I am on the Record Power Coroner Herald. It's a MIDI lathe, and it's just under 1 horsepower, so it's got quite a lot of power behind it. I am going to leave it on belt ratio 1, so I've got as much torque as possible to turn this big, hefty piece of oak. But when I get started, anyway, I was going to say, if anybody's got any questions, I'd love to hear from you all. Okay, I hope you're all having a lovely morning. And but yeah, we're going to start on 95 RPM reps per minute, and so we're just going to gradually build up speed and see how the wood wants to behave, really, with the weight it's carrying. Yeah, I don't want to build up speed too quickly, and the lathe decides it wants to start walking away. So let's get it turning, let's get it moving. So 95, okay, and as you can see from the video there, it's quite a hefty lump, okay, it's quite a hefty lump, but we're going to try and get up to about 400 if we can. probably going to hit some vibration there. 215. Let's get past it. Okay, that's 300. A bit quicker. 403. Okay, I'm quite happy there. I'm quite happy. So, but hi there, Insanity. Welcome to the live. I was going to say my name's Dan, and I am a beginner wood turner. And everything you see today is basically what I've achieved over the last 18 months. I've practiced a lot. And but yeah, I had one lesson from a professional wood turner. The rest has been pretty much practice. Okay, so Alami, good morning, buddy. Good morning. I was going to say nice to see you back in the live, buddy. But today we're working with a bit of green oak, and green oak tends to be a little bit softer than seasoned oak. Seasoned oak can be very, very, very difficult to get through. It can be very, very hard. So we'll see how we get on with this piece today. So I hope you enjoy the live. Very gentle. Right, I'm being very, very careful at this stage because I just want to knock that bark off to start with, okay? And 6 likes already. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate that. But yeah, we're just trying to clean up the log a little bit at the moment, and it is pretty heavy. It is pretty heavy. And say I had trouble with this tool rest yesterday where it decided it wanted to drop. Or was it the day before yesterday? Could have been. But yeah, I'm just being very, very careful as I don't want any mishaps. Not with a piece of this size anyway. So, but yeah, it's just a demonstration, okay? But I really do hope you enjoy the live. It does take a bit of time to get through it, but we will get there. Just being very gentle with those steps, okay? Very gentle. Hope you're all having a great Thursday morning, by the way. I was going to say it's Wales is pretty overcast here today in the UK, and yeah, it's not looking too bright. So I hope the weather's okay there with you. Yeah, if you enjoy seeing how things are made, you know, and yeah, don't forget to follow my journey. I'm going to say I am brand new to YouTube, so I am finding my feet, and the feedback I've received so far has been absolutely incredible. And yeah, it's been really, really appreciated, really appreciated. Yeah, we are getting a nice free pass there, basically. And it's, yeah, it's, I can still feel moisture, I was going to say, and it's not a bad sign because it's not soaking wet, but again, I can still feel moisture. So 10 likes, thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. So yeah, I'm just cleaning the face of the log up at the moment, and then we're going to start working around it, okay? We will start working around it. Yeah, it's, I think with wood turning, I've turned an awful lot of things, from vases to bowls to platters to fruit bowls, that kind of thing, really. And every piece is always different from the last. So we will speed up a lot faster. We're only at 400 at the moment, but we will get up to about 800-900 revs. And yeah, we'll see how this piece turns out. But if you do enjoy the live, don't forget to support the channel. It is free. And yeah, I was going to say, it's like I said, 2,500 subscribers in a month is outstanding. I can't thank you all enough. Hi there, welcome to the live. Right, let's stop there. Let's see how the face of that bowl's looking, okay? So I don't want to get my hands near it when it's spinning at that kind of speed, because I do value my fingers and my hands. So, but yeah, as I can say, it's got some beautiful colour variation in this piece. So quite looking forward to seeing kind of what's hiding behind all this bark. So 163 people in the room. And I say, I think we got up to nearly 100 likes yesterday, which was incredible, incredible. And yeah, it's just a click to you, but it means a lot to me, okay? And yeah, the more support the live gets, the more it's shown out there by YouTube. And yeah, I think the process is rewarding once I get through to it. So, but yeah, 13 likes. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. Right, we're going to tackle these sides, okay? So as you can see from that video, it's quite a hefty piece. Say that corner. I'm just trying to grip. I'm trying to get enough of a corner here, so I've got enough material to actually carry it round, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, I don't know if we've got any wood turners in the live today, but I'm sure they'll make themselves known if they are. But yeah, my name's Dan, and yeah, it's just a journey to me. Wood turning is a journey, YouTube's a journey, and it's quite interesting. I enjoy the process. Hi, Fab. See, once we get into a bit more of a manageable size, we'll speed up a lot faster, And yeah, we'll work with it. We'll work with it and see where we go. See where we go. Right, okay. So as you can see, the top here, I've got this tan, the heart of the wood, okay. And I was going to say, and I've got the white oak. So basically, it's one of my favourite types of timber to work with. But this bark is very, very, very tough to get through. So, but yeah, it's one of these types of timbers that, with oak, especially oak, I've realised that every piece of oak I've turned in those 18 months, every piece has been different, every single one of them. So, but yeah, it's this piece I think is going to be a little bit more challenging because I want to do something different to it. So, using different tools, etc. So, you've got the parting tool, which I'll get into in a bit. Yeah, the thing with oak, it turns your hands black with the tannins inside the wood. So it's like a stain inside the oak. And yeah, it can, yeah, by the time you finish turning, it can, you definitely need to wash your hands. So, but yeah, I did lose a nice chunk there, basically. Where's it gone? There it is. It's just the bark, so I'm not too concerned about that. So we will be removing all of it anyway. So how are these corners looking? Right, we've made it oval-ish, okay, oval-ish. Next job is to make it round, okay, make it round. So I have taken the pith out, because if we do leave the pith in, what tends to happen is, because it's the heart, it's the core of the wood, if wood's going to split, it'll start from the pith, and it just spreads, and it'll spread through the piece. So I've turned everything from side grain to end grain, quite a few different pieces of timber, from oak to alder to ash to beech to elm. Lots of different variations of timber. A lot of the native hardwoods here in the UK, especially here in Wales anyway. Right, let's have a quick shifty. Quick look. Right, okay. I've removed a lot of the tool marks out of it. So now it's time to get on that 30-degree angle here. And what I want to try and do as it's coming round, I want a bit more room on that tool rest. So lock that banjo in place. And now I want to come round, okay. Once I've removed the bark, I'll probably come in with some push cuts, which are basically the other way around. So I know it's mirrored on. Hi Robert, welcome to the live, buddy. You say if I didn't have it mirrored, I would be able to see the comments and stuff like that. So what I like to do during my lives, I like to engage and yeah, explain my process really. But I know somebody who has been watching my lives went out recently and bought themselves a lathe and had to go for the very first time. And I just told them just be very, very careful. Very, very careful. It's still a machine, okay? It's still very, very powerful. And if anybody wants to get into wood turning, I suggest get a lesson, you know, definitely get a lesson to understand technique, tool placement, lathes, the kind of stuff we turn. And yeah, it's not as simple as just jumping on the lathe, because you've got to really think about your safety. And so they are pretty dangerous machines. And yeah, I think you've just got to be very, very careful, especially when operating any kind of machinery. Right, where are we now? 400. Let's see if we can speed up. I've got down to at least a manageable size. It's not so bulky now. Can we get to 5? We can. 500 grams, okay? We are going to keep building up in speed. Morning, Dave. I actually was going to pre-record this, Dave, but I kind of set all the tripods up and everything, and And by the time I'd started trying to do an intro and stuff like that, I realised that all my camera angles were wrong. So yeah, it wasn't working. So I thought I'd jump on live. So easier that way. Right, I need to come in with some push cuts, okay? I need to come in with a push cut to try and blend this back in on both areas. We've got 253 people in the room and saying so welcome everybody to my live, okay? And say, but like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert. And everything you see here today is just stuff that I've learned over the last 18 months. Practicing. And I just want to make sure everything is locked and loaded. I am going to try and do a bowl, Dave, but what I'm going to try and do here, mate, I'm going to try and bring the parting tool into it at some point and try and do a bit more variation with the finished product. So, yeah, we'll see how we get on. Let's see what those push cuts have done there. 21 likes. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So this is going to be a bit of not an issue, but it will get removed. Just how to work it. Right, what I want to do. Hi, Jurek. Welcome to the live, buddy. And say it's yeah, if anybody's got any questions, just fire away. It's quite interesting to get engaged with my little community here, really, and find out what people think and any suggestions, constructive feedback, that kind of thing. All helps me out. Okay. What I want to try and do is remove the. See, we're removing this very quickly, very, very quickly. Hi, Robert. You can say it's welcome to the live, buddy. Yeah, we're removing this first because this area is more pronounced. It's more higher up. So what I'll do is when I come around to this top area, is probably swing around, do some full cuts, some kind of shear cuts, really, just to try and eliminate a lot of that bark there. So my hands are already going black. Great. So, but yeah, as I said, regular sharpening is always required. Hi, Nanny. Welcome to the live. 24 likes, 271 people in the room. Right, let's get rid of that. running out of room on the end of that tool rest there, so just need to be a tad careful. Don't want to run off the end of it. Let's see how that bottom base there is looking. Okay, we've pretty much removed it, okay. I do want to come down and just clean this up a little bit. It's still there, but just about. So, but yeah, and as you can see, we've removed quite a lot of that material up there as well. So, I think that was when I came in with a big push cut, which took a lot of it away. So, but this should be quite interesting. I am going to use the parting tool on this, and just to try and put a bit more like a beehive effect into the bowl. I've only done the beehive effect once, really. It's kind of, yeah, it's kind of wavy, but I did that on a vase, and yeah, I think we'll just see how we get on with this piece today, really. And 27 likes. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. Clean that area up there. I'm going to speed up. 600, okay? 600 RPM. So we will get faster. I think it's always advisable when working with big chunks like this, is just to gradually speed up. You know, it's yeah, I've seen people rack their lathe up to about 1,000 just to start off, and it's like, whew, no. Right, we've got rid of that area, okay? Near enough. Just this bit of staining here, which is, I will remove, okay? I will remove it. Right, let's get a bit closer. So I'm probably going to come back in with another push cut, just to remove this, okay? Then we're going to put the tenon on the foot, and then we're going to start probably adding some kind of detail to the outside, and then we can flip it. I think we're working on the inside. But yeah, oak's one of these types of woods which will last forever if we look after it, kind of thing. So. Just be mindful, because I don't want to remove too much material, you know, I just want to remove that staining, okay? Yes, Dave. Basically, I'm going to go pick up a box later. I'm going to drop you an email after this live, okay, buddy? And yeah, it's still here, don't worry. Just give you peace of mind, buddy. It's still here, okay? So Dave's interested in one of my big ash bowls, okay? So I've still got it, okay? It's going nowhere. I did say I'd hold on to it for you, so it's still there, buddy. It's still there. So, but yeah, I was going to say, I did turn a bowl the other day and I left it out, which I shouldn't have done really, because it did tend to warp and it lost its shape. Just a small piece of beech. This is what happens when you leave them in direct sunlight when they've been turned. It's insane. You can see it's warped. I like the effect, but that's why they get put away in the dark. It's insane, so they can. Direct sunlight tends to let them dry out too quick. So I learned my lesson there. Don't do that again. Don't do that again. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And then we can start working on some effect. Some kind of effect. What effect? I don't know yet, but we'll find out. No worries, Dave. Hi Joshua, how are you, buddy? Hope you're well, mate. Yeah, very well, buddy, very well. Just our weather's looking a bit dismal. Looks a bit dismal out there today. It's not a great weather, but at least it's not raining. Not yet. Not yet. What's that make me? Falcon's block perch. Falcon's block? Is that one with the perch? That kind of thing. Kevin. Yeah, it's Kevin. I'll have to have a look at those. Never done anything like that before. That'd be quite an interesting project. That might be an interesting project. Yeah, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I'm going to say, just remember, it is free, okay? It is free. And yeah, if you want to see me kind of progress as a woodturner, if you've got any ideas or anything like that, projects, etc. That's a salad bowl. We'll see. We'll see. Depends what I do to it. Depends what I do to it. Let's see if I can keep it in one piece. Oh, thank you, Joshua. Appreciate that, buddy. Appreciate that. I'm going to say, it does help me out immensely, you know. And yeah, I mean, 2,500 subscribers in a month, man, is wild, man. Wild. I'm going to say, but yeah, do appreciate it, man. Do appreciate it. It does go a long way. You see that comment the other day when somebody dropped me a comment in the live saying the only reason I've subscribed to your channel, Dan, is just to see if you make a mistake. I was like, nice one for the encouragement. I do not try to make mistakes on purpose. I'm going to say, but they do happen sometimes. Sometimes. But yeah, we've kind of nearly got that shape. You can see the two different types of tan, one here, one here. Well, one here, one here. So it should be quite interesting. Should be quite interesting. Right, we're still working on this bit here, which it's going slowly but surely. I probably will need to sharpen my bowl gouge at some point, okay? Thank you, Joshua. Appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, I've been trolled already, buddy. Not on this live, but on the earlier ones, definitely. When they go out their way to leave me kind of weird comments and stuff, I just think they've got too much time on their hands. Too much time on their hands. What's that? You missed the spot. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, I did. Yeah. For some reason, I'm coming in. I'm just push that out. I shouldn't push it out. At least I know what it is now. There. I know you are. But it was, you were right. I did miss a spot. Bet you I haven't now. Ahmed. Bozzies. It's nearly gone. So I just push it out. Let's give it a bash. That's Ed. Sorry, buddy, I just missed that. How good. Too late to woodwork at home and just watch instead. Yeah, I was going to say, I was in the shed actually, and then I ran out of room. So then I came indoors, and yeah, at least it's dry in here. I have electric, and yeah, it's not so windy. It's not so windy. But yeah, enjoy the live, buddy. It's very bad. That's why at the beginning of my live, Ahmed, I say I'm not an expert. I'm a beginner. Okay, I am a beginner, and I've been called a rookie, been called all sorts of stuff, but I won't call it very bad. Let's have a look. There you go. That's not too bad for very bad, is it? I was going to say it's there's a piece of spalted ash, and yeah, it's not too bad for very bad, is it? So, so yeah, considering I've had one lesson. What's this? You're too weak for this job. Too weak? Nice and Dave. I was going to say, do you realise how heavy that is? You say British oak barrel is not light. You need to have some muscle to lift this stuff. Like I said, some people might have too much time on their hands, honestly. Let's do. There we are. 39 likes. Oh, Ahmed. I was going to say, you do much wood turning? Any woodwork? I was going to say, just curious. Curious. Anyway, Dave, don't feed the trolls, mate. I was going to say, just gives them a platform. Right, I'm going to get the parting tool out. I'm going to give it a sharpen before I start, because what I want to try and do is just bring in some detail. I'm going to say, have I got my pen on me? No, I haven't. So, I've got it here somewhere. Give me 1 second. It's one of those things, I could have 300 pens in this workshop, and when as soon as I put one down, it tends to vanish. But, in all honesty, I was going to say, it's, do I need one? Probably. Give me 1 second. That's where my specs are. Been looking at those all day yesterday. Right. Let me sharpen this up, okay? Let me just sharpen this part up. I've got the Robert Soapy Pro Edge, so it won't take too long. Right. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hi, Rick. Right. Let's put this down to 95. But what I want to do, just marking where I want to make these cuts, okay? I'm going to say it's, you can see these lines. Okay, that's where I want to make these cuts, okay? Right, parting tool. Parting tool. So you want to do something different. Let's get some speed up. I think it's about 650, 680. Okay, 680. All right. You see that effect? You see the effect I've gone for? That kind of beehive effect, okay? A bit different from my last stuff, okay? Like to experiment. I do like to experiment with different things, you know. This is just another type of project that I like to just try different things, you know, try different things. So, Yeah, it's a bit different, isn't it? It's a bit different. A little bit different. So, tenon. And knock the bottom of it off, otherwise I'm going to end up with a bolted bolt weight. Hang on, a little bit shit here. Has that chat stopped? No, it hasn't. It's just everyone's a bit quiet. Oh, don't like that noise. I'll tidy that tenon up a second. Okay. You kind of get the effect. Different, isn't it? Different. What I want to try and do now before I think about flipping it is give it a bit of a sand. In fact, that one there, the second one down, needs a bit more work. It's not as channeled as the rest. So, go back to see. Go over them again. It's a bit more channeled, isn't it? 42. 42 likes. Wow, you lot are quiet. Right. Okay. Let's give it a sand a minute. Let's give it a sand while it's that way around, okay? I'll put my air cleaner on, 1 second. Okay. Do you like the effect? Do you like the effect? Good. I did a vase very similar to this, and it reminded me of beehive. I'm trying to where I take its name from. It kind of ribbled. Yeah, ribble. Can't even say the word. So, can you get the idea? Get the idea. All right, let's get that in there. That's got some weight to it. Check it all the way around. All right, drill driver. Now what I want to try and do is just sharpen up my bolt now. 1 second. 1 second. 18 people in the room, 42 likes. Is everyone, oh, everyone wants to sleep. Everyone wants to sleep. Okay. Okay. We've kind of got the beehive effect on with the part tool. And clean that face. A little bit low there, just a little bit low on the tool rest. And just increase that just a tad. All right. What I've actually learned over the last couple of weeks basically is just be a bit more patient with my cuts and just to take my time when hollowing, because it's at times when I've tried to rush or I've made a mistake. So this is what I've just tried to prevent really, and take my time when it comes down to actually coring it, well not coring, hollowing it out. So more sharpening, lots more sharpening. So, but yeah, we're getting there. We're making some progress. Four likes. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very much. Six. That jumped, didn't it? Let me say thank you, everybody. Thank you very, very much. Starting to get a bit more depth in there. Well, I've got to be mindful it's not to go too thin on the walls, because obviously I've made those indentations on the outside like a beehive effect. So I don't want to, I don't want to go through the walls, if you know what I mean. So, but yeah, it's taking shape. It's definitely taking shape. Ooh. Okay. Going to resharpen. 1 second, okay? It's going to take 2 seconds. Well, not 2 seconds, but 1 or 10 seconds. Okay. Oh gosh, knocked that camera then. Sorry. Definitely making progress now. Definitely. I just want to thin these walls out, but not too much. Okay. Thank you to the 85 of you staying with me. I'm going to say it's was appreciated. Just being very careful with some of these cuts. Very careful, okay? 51 likes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hitting something there. It's the second time I've caught that. What is there? Not in it. That's what I'm catching. Just needs to be a bit more gentle with these cuts, or I need to build up more speed. Doesn't feel that actually bad on the inside. It feels quite dry. Just trying to take some time to think. Let's get some speed, okay? Let's go to 851 reps, okay? It's incredibly quick. Just taking my time with it. Just taking my time. I don't want to get a catch at that speed. Side of that rim for a minute. Okay. All right. That was a lot cleaner. A lot cleaner. Let's have a quick look. Okay, we actually got room to go a little bit deeper, a little bit more depth. I like to stop and check and just see where we're working, see how we're getting on. So, hi James, welcome to the live, buddy. Hi Oriel. But yeah, definitely got room to go a bit deeper. I'm just trying to avoid this knot here because this knot is problematic. Don't want to keep catching it. So, but overall, the walls I'm quite happy with. I'm quite happy with the walls. So, we'll take a bit more depth and then basically we'll think about sanding it up and try and understand what kind of finish we want to put on really. Just have a feel of that rim as I go round. Yeah, it does still needs cleaning up. Still needs cleaning up. All right. Get a bit more depth in there. Very, very, very careful at this point. Very careful. Just being really, really gentle. Don't want to ruin this piece at this stage. So it's definitely taking shape. Definitely taking shape. So I just want to be very careful with those walls, because obviously I've made the indentations on the outside. Don't want to come in and actually ruin it from the inside, if that makes sense. They're probably going down about a couple of mil. So I just want to be very, very delicate where I'm making the cuts now. So if I come in now. Breathe. Ooh. See down here. So I want to try and catch this now. So I'll probably shear cut it, pull back on myself. Thing is, well, I'm not there, which I'm a little bit mindful of. I am very, very mindful of it. Oh, did I just knock the camera? Sorry. Ooh, it goes all the way around as well, so I definitely need to pay attention to that. Okay. But I can't write down. I think it's not useful at the moment. Not useful. Let me sharpen. Right. Okay, so I need to go back on myself. Right. Speed bird. Sorry, it's taken longer than expected. It's just I've made one of these in a very, very long time. Just process of it. It's just different, I suppose. Different. Ooh. I know I usually talk myself while as I'm turning, but I'm really concentrating. We got it, apart from that tiny, tiny bottom area there, which we'll tap now. Thanks for sticking with me through the live. Really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, we got it. We got it. See why I don't make many of them? I'm quite, I won't say challenging, but there's a lot more to it, I think, really. It's just being mindful of the outside and the inside. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Right, what's we got here? 80. 80, perfect. $54 likes. Thank you very, 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 very much. Really appreciate it. I can actually see these lines. Yeah, it's the outside coming through. Ooh. Very, very comfortable. Hang on a minute. See this section here down the bottom? Nope, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with it. I apologise. I apologise. No, we're not using a 1/2 inch, not down there. Definitely not. Definitely not. going on? Do I need more speed or what? Right, 1007 rows per minute. Okay, that's running incredibly fast, so we'll be very, very careful. That speed. She needs to be really, really concentrated. Yeah, okay. Okay, it's much better. Apart from there. Apart from there. A little bit of turn up on the end grain. Hopefully that'll get removed. 56 likes. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. I'm sorry it's taking so long. I do apologise in advance. Getting in those little grooves, that's going to be a bit of a pain. No, not too bad actually, it's still quite smooth. Getting there, getting there. Oh, no, it's not actually. Right, I still need to sand in those grooves. Think. How am I going to get in those grooves? Oh, I didn't think that one had. Could I say piece of 80, get it like paper thin, get in there like so. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excuse me. Alright, start from the bottom. Just keeping an eye on it. Just keeping an eye on it because I need to know where I'm working. Oh, okay, that did work a treat. That did work a treat. Okay, just need a tiny bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only on 4 of them. Okay. Okay. In fact, what I'm going to do there, run it in reverse and see if I can catch them on the other way. Which is going to be a bit of a challenge, but we'll have a look. Sorry it's taking so long. Sorry. 120 grit I want. 120 grit. Do the inside first. Oh, it's running reverse. Remember that. In reverse. You ever done that? You ever done that? Put it in reverse and realise as soon as you put your hand in there, it's like, oh yeah, it is in reverse. Like I said, I do make mistakes. And we all. Be very, very mindful at this point. Hi Lal, welcome to the live, buddy. Did I get them all? Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, so 2 and 4. 1, 2. If I've got any wood turners in the live, I'm going to say, and I've created the beehive effect, how do you get in the grooves? Sanding sticks? Something like that? Somebody will let me know. If somebody's watching later, somebody give me some kind of idea of how to successfully stand inside the groove. That'd be very helpful. We got baby smooth at 120 already. Baby smooth already. Right, I've still got 240 disc in here, I do. Use one of the standard discs, 240, okay. What a challenge. What a challenge. Right. And one way to get better, challenge, challenge, challenge. It's sharp. Not sharp, but let's catch my hand on it. I'm happy with that. Yeah. Yeah, happy as I can be. All right. Thank you to everybody who stuck by me through this live. It's been a challenge, okay? It's been a different project. And yeah, I'm just trying to learn as much as I can. Today is one of those projects basically where I think to myself, is that a good idea? If it turns out all right, then it shouldn't be too bad. It shouldn't be too bad. Wait till you see the outside. I'm going to stop it there a minute because what I want to do is pour it on. So I want to fill these little gaps up. Put that down a minute. Nearly done. Yeah, nearly done. nice coverage of the oil because we're getting in those grooves. I suppose a paintbrush would be handy for it. Sorry, I do apologise. 60 likes, that went up quick. I'm going to say thank you very, very much, man. I didn't think I'd hit 60 today. I didn't think I'd hit 50 because we had those issues earlier on. Just taking my time with it. I want to make sure that gets in every groove. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate every single person who's followed the lives today. It has been one of those projects that I've done once before, did it in a vase form, but today's been a bowl form, but it turns that beehive effect. And I'll show you very shortly the outcome of it really. It's been challenging. It's been challenging at times, you know. Like I said, every piece is different. Every piece will test my woodturning skills. I can only improve. I can only get better. And if I didn't challenge myself and just kept producing the same thing over and over and over again, it's not really challenging, is it? It's just very samey. So, right, I'll put it in reverse a minute. Give any coverage in there now. I know everyone's probably getting a bit bored of this live now, because I've only got 39 of you in the room, but to get it right, I've got to get it right. I won't call myself a perfectionist, but sort of. It has to be right. It's got to get it right. Right, let's turn this on, turn it up, and get it polished a little bit really, get buffed it up. Only at 495, so won't take that tackiness off it with tongue oil, you know. Tongue oil tends to be a little bit tacky. You put lots on. This will take a few coats. But I hope you like what I've done to this piece, because it's been a bit different. It's been a bit different. I enjoy the challenge. Will I do another one? Probably. But I'll probably take a different approach to it on the next one. Right, where's my chuck key? I'll put it over here, I'm sure of it. I'm forever doing this. Ever doing it. Right, take that off. So thick. I put things down, and then as soon as I put it down, I'm like, where is it? Where is it? It's in my back pocket, that's where it is. Sorry, I do apologise. Alright, my beehive effect bowl. And before I think about putting it anywhere near the bed of the lathe, I would like my brush, wherever that is. It doesn't matter. So we've kind of got that effect. And it's been a bit different. It's been a bit different. It's quite hard to get in those grooves, but overall, that's where I kind of get the name from the beehive. The beehive effect. But yeah, I hope you like it. I was going to say, it wasn't the easiest to do, but it did take a bit of work. It did take some work. There's some quite high RPMs. I think towards the end we were up to 1,000 RPM just to try and clean up the inside. Because where's that knot? Here. Here. yeah, I can still feel it. So maybe that's what my gouge was hitting. But overall, I'm going to say, let me measure it. Let me measure it. Put that there. Just 21 centimetres, 8¼ inches. And height wise, we are talking three and a half inches. So not too bad, not too bad. It's not bad, it's not bad. It's different, isn't it? It's different. I think next time I'll do a bit of reading and research on how to get in here, because that was a bit of a challenge. I've got it 95, 99% of most of it done. But overall, I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite happy with it. So, but yeah, thank you for sticking with me through my live, everybody. That has been a different challenge, but I'm glad I finished it. So, but yeah, I should be back very soon. I'm taking the afternoon off because I've got lots of things to do. And yeah, I'll put that one to the side and try and do a bit of reading on how I can improve it, really. It's got that beehive look to it, really. So, if that makes sense. I've tried to make each channel in proportion with the other one until it gets here. Oh, could have done a bit of a better job there. But overall, I'm quite happy with it. But whatever you're doing today, people, what are we, Thursday? Hope you have a great Thursday afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. And hopefully I shall see you back in the next one. If you haven't subscribed, I was going to say, I mean, that will really, really does help me out. Anybody's enjoyed the live, don't forget to like it. And for those who've commented, apart from the trolls, yeah, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Hopefully I shall see you all back in the next one. But yeah, this one's going to get put away. I need a cup of tea, and hopefully, yeah, we can learn from this one. Anyway, I'll leave it there. But thank you everybody for watching, sticking through, and you'll have a great afternoon. And you stay safe. God bless, and I shall see you in the next one. Take care, YouTube. Bye for now.